Hello. Today we have to study about using of 4 by 2, 4 by 3 and 5 by 2 direction control valve. Most often direction control valve is used to give the direction of hydraulic oil where the pass from the DCV to external sources like as a single acting cylinder, double acting cylinder, which was the work to create a higher pressure or load and unload condition in a hydraulic circuit. This topic is covered in a subject of oil, hydraulic and pneumatics. This is the normal diagram of hydraulic circuit. First we have to study about its components parts. Already we have to discuss in our previous lecture part 1 using of 3 by 2 and 2 by 2 direction control valve used in a hydraulic circuit, but we have to repeat here. This portion is known as a hydraulic power pack, which is included one filter, one hydraulic motor and one hydraulic pump set. Also, we have to included one PCB with this hydraulic power pack. The short symbol of this hydraulic power pack is two dark triangle and one line. This is a short symbol. This portion is called as a direction control valve DCV. This portion is called as a DAC double acting cylinder. This short symbol known as a hydraulic tank where the excess oil and return oil return to a hydraulic tank. The working of this system for the oil suck from the hydraulic pump and enter into the direction control valve. The hydraulic pump is work from the hydraulic motor which give the rotational RPM, and hydraulic pump transmit oil from reservoir tank to the hydraulic circuit. Here the direction control valve give the direction of oil to fluid flow in a direction. First the oil pass from this port A to left side of the hydraulic cylinder. At this time the cylinder move in a right hand side. If the return position we have to consider, the piston move in a opposite direction. This vice versa work between the S depend on the working condition of hydraulic circuit, and also it's depend on a direction control valve. This is the short symbol of hydraulic power pack which are included one filter, one hydraulic pump motor set and return tank or reservoir tank. Now we have to study four-way valve. Four-way valve means there is a number of port is 4. Like as we have to show in a drawing. This is the drawing of four-way valve in position wise. This port 1, this port 2, this port 3 and this port 4. So we can call as a four-way valve. There is a number of inlet and outlet is 4. Here the secondary side we have to show the position is second is possible, but port is a 4. Port 1, port 2, port 3 and port 4, but position is 2 possible. So we also can say as a 4 by 2 direction control valve. The first position is double flow capacity, second position is full time regeneration, and third position is low pressure cylinder extent. We have to know first double flow capacity. Double flow capacity, it means that here these points are mentioned as a hydraulic power pack where the oil flow from the reservoir tank to hydraulic circuit and hydraulic circuit to direction control valve. The oil pass from the point P and pass through A, where these lines are directly connected to a point P. Means these portions are mentioned as a bypass line. These portions are mentioned as a bypass line. That is a sometimes not using as a direction control valve, and we can pass flow directly from pump to hydraulic circuit. Here the flow is passed from the hydraulic pump to hydraulic circuit where we have to bypass the direction control valve. It means that the double flow capacity first is passed from the direction control valve and second is passed from the bypass line. Means both side line are active to flow in a hydraulic circuit. The second condition is full time regeneration. Here the mid position of Here, the mid position of direction control valve is open center, means the oil center is open, where the oil is passed from hydraulic power pack, means port P to A, and also T to another port like as a B. But here the port B are closed. Here the port B are closed. The oil is not passed from the port B. Means the active port is P, T and A. Three ports are active. Here the secondary line is given. Here is a that's also a directly connected to a double acting cylinder. If you have to draw here the double acting cylinder, this called as a piston and one connecting rod. This first point is connected to a first point EA and the secondary end point is connected to a end rod. Means the in a direction control valve the port B is closed. That's called as a regenerative condition. At this cylinder, at this time cylinder cannot move from right hand side or left hand side. It's maybe stable condition in its position. That's position called as a full time regeneration. The next condition is that the low pressure cylinder extend. Here the mid position of the direction control valve is also open condition, but there is a no any bypass line. The totally oil pass or return from the direction control valve. In a first condition, you have to show that the oil is passed from the P and P to A and B condition. Here passed from a cap end and rod end to the cylinder. But the return condition is a one check valve is mentioned here. This check valve is meant that the oil is not passed from two hydraulic cylinder to a tank, means its position are closed, and check valve are operated by the depends on pressure generated by the hydraulic circuit. If the pressure are higher, the check valve are open. If the pressure are not higher, limiting to check valve, the check valve are not operate and cylinder will work with graduality step by step as a increasing and decreasing order. Operating a double acting cylinder with one four-way valve. Here operating double acting cylinder with one four-way valve. Here we have to use only one four-way valve. In the drawing we have to using a 4 by 2 valve. This is the 4 by 2 valve, 2 position and 4 port, and operating a double acting cylinder. Here two position are available. First condition we can say that is a extended condition and retract condition. Extraction condition means the oil are filled up into the cylinder, and second retract condition means oil are returned to a tank. The first condition we have to show in the diagram. The first point is hydraulic power pack where oil is passed from the port A to port B and B to inside cylinder. Here the oil pass into the cylinder. At this condition, the piston move in a downward direction and the excess oil are passed from the cylinder and returned into the tank. The excess oil is passed from the cylinder and return enter into the tank. If you have to change condition, here the condition is used. First you have to note it there in a drawing. Here this first condition are operated, and the next one we have to operate the second condition where the oil passed from the hydraulic power pack to direction control valve, and direction control valve to oil pass into bottom side of the cylinder. At this time the cylinder move in a upward direction, means it's retract condition. Here the position is called as a extend condition, and here is the position called as a retract condition. Piston move is in original position where the excess oil pass from the hydraulic cylinder and return into the hydraulic tank. The third condition is also repetition of the first condition where the piston move in a downward direction. Here the third condition is also mentioned that the piston move in a downward direction. This is the operating of double acting cylinder with one four-way valve. The next is a four-way valve with mid position of 4 by 3 DCV. We have to using four-way valve, but let's show the different position of direction control valve, so that we have to say as a 4 by 3 direction control valve. This direction control valve we have already some of the basic fundamental discuss in a hydraulic symbol. Some of the we have to direction control valve basically understand in a hydraulic cylinder with hydraulic direction control valve, but we have to show in detail for a mid position of direction control valve. The first position is open center. Open center means the all center of the direction control valve in a mid position are open. This is the mid position. We have to denoted in this different color. This is the mid position of direction control valve. This is the mid position where the four port is available: port P, port T, port A, and port B. P means hydraulic pump, T means hydraulic tank, A and B also known as a working with hydraulic circuit, which are directly connected to a working component. Here the connected to a double acting cylinder. Here is a one double acting cylinder and both port A and B are connected to a double acting cylinder. Here the position is center is a open, means the oil is passed from the pump where the oil is passed from the pump and enter into the port A, port B and return to tank. The four ports are open, and at this time the cylinder movement are not possible. At this time the cylinder are make is a stationary condition where it's a pointed. This is called as a open center. Next is a tandem center. Next is a tandem center. At this time, the port A and B are closed. Here, port A and port B are closed. The next position is a tandem cylinder, where the hydraulic oil pass from the hydraulic pump to direction control valve, and direction control valve to return in a hydraulic tank. Means at this time the hydraulic cylinder are not in a working condition. It is in a balanced or stable condition given. That means the hydraulic cylinder in a stop condition where the working are stopped for temporary time. The next is a float center. In a float center, the mid position we have to show the hydraulic pump are stopped. Here, the hydraulic pump P port are closed, means the oil cannot pass from the pump to direction control valve, and it's in a stop condition where the port A and port B connected to a hydraulic cylinder, and the return oil pass into the hydraulic tank. Means excess oil of the hydraulic cylinder is returned to a reservoir tank. At this time, the cylinder work, but the higher pressure in the cylinder is the left side or right side may be possible, but the higher pressure R gives the return oil into the hydraulic tank. The next is a closed center. In the closed center condition, the all port are closed. Closed center means the all port are closed. P, A, B, and T. All port are closed. Means at this time the oil cannot pass from the pump to direction control valve, and direction control valve to hydraulic circuit. Means the all hydraulic circuit are stopped at this time. This called as a closed center. Next is 5-way valve or 5 by 2 DCV pressure selector. Here the drawing is the given of 5 by 2 direction control valve. This portion are mentioned as a lever or manually operated, and this drawing are called as a check valve with working in a hydraulic circuit. Also, this type of the valve we known as a twin pressure valve. This is also known as a twin pressure valve. First, the position we have to show 5-way means the port is a 5 possible. Port 1, port 2, port 3, port 4, and port 5. There is a number of inlet and outlet is a 5. So it's called as a 5, and number of position is possible to position 1 and position 2. So it's called as a 5 by 2 direction control valve. The first position is we have to show in a drawing. These both ports are directly connected to a hydraulic power pack. This point and this point are connected to a hydraulic power pack, but the first condition is closed. Here, the first condition of hydraulic power pack is closed. The oil pass from the hydraulic power pack to direction control valve, and direction control valve to twin pressure valve, and twin pressure valve operate into the work. Means at this position, this portion are as a open condition, and this portion are as a closed condition. Means the oil pass from the direction control valve to twin pressure valve, and twin pressure valve is open in a right hand side direction and left hand direction. Green portion are mentioned as a closed. If you have to change the condition, that may be the green portion are active and red portion are in a inactive condition, and oil flow from the left side of the pump and pass from this way. This called as a pressure selector. Operating on DAC actuator from two locations. Operating DAC double acting cylinder actuator from two locations. Here we have to using a 2 5x2 direction control valve and operate only one hydraulic cylinder. Here the first direction control valve 5x2, and here is a next direction control valve, means using two 5x2 direction control valve and operating a single double acting cylinder. Here you to use only one or single cylinder as a double acting cylinder. The first condition is here. This point are mentioned a first condition. This point is a first condition, this is a second condition, and this is a third condition. The condition is operated from this point. The oil are passed from the hydraulic power pack. This red line are transferred to the second hydraulic direction control valve. But here the point are closed. Here the point are closed means at this spot oil cannot pass from the direction control valve. But the second connected point is given to another port and oil pass from the red side and cylinder move its left side position, right side position to left side position. This called as a extended condition. If the return position, we have to consider that the oil from the another side of the cylinder is written into the black line and return back here to the hydraulic tank. If you have to change the condition from vice versa, the cylinder movement is transferred from left side to right side, and the red line is a return line and black line is a inlet line. So cylinder move from its secondary condition as a retract condition left side to the right side. Operating double acting cylinder with one 5-way valve. Here operating double acting cylinder with one 5-way valve. Here the one using a 5-way valve and double acting cylinder. Here to using one 5x2 valve and one double acting cylinder. The first condition we have to show the operating of first condition in a 5x2 valve. This is the operating of first condition where the oil pass from the direction control valve at this condition. Here the port 5 and port 3 are closed condition. Port 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The port 1 is a active condition and oil pass from this way to inside the cylinder. At this condition, the piston move in a downward direction or extended condition of the double acting cylinder. Secondary side, the another side of the piston, oil are returned from the cylinder and pass from this way to hydraulic tank. That's condition are called as a rest condition. But if we have to close this portion, if we have to close this portion, the oil cannot pass from the return side of line of the hydraulic cylinder. That's condition called as a rest condition. If the piston movement in a upward direction, that's called as a that's called as a extended condition, and the piston movement is a downward direction, that's called as a retract condition. Here the position are changed in a direction control while in a two position, position 1 and position 2. In this extended condition, the position 1 is active. In a retract condition, position 2 is a active. This also a movement of the piston cylinder arrangement in a upward direction and downward direction as per the requirement of the hydraulic cylinder for a generating force or return back force. Another side we have to say as a load condition and unload condition of the working area. These three positions are possible. If we have to not in a working condition, we can put the cylinder arrangement in a rest condition. The piston cannot move from its original position. That's called as a rest condition. If we have to movement of piston are required for left side or any right side condition, that's also called as extending condition and retracting condition by using of five-way valve. Yeah, thank you.